It's cleaver time!
Causing chaos. I think that's a lane that I want to keep my eyes on just for a little bit in the early stages. Puck against Void Spirit to see how that goes. But in the previous patch, and I guess even more so now, side lanes are king. Look at them! They're going! Through the gate we go! Up towards the top lane now. Are they gonna go back? Oh, they're ganking, wrapping around. Coming in behind that top tier 1. Giro and Why You Smile are up here. The Phoenix spots the TA. Hello! What are you doing? Why are you here? What are you doing? Well, Execration. Just giggling to themselves. Looks like we've got Gaming Gladiators cams, unfortunately. I was looking to see if Execration were having a little grin and smiling, seeing what's going on there. Maybe a little mix-up with the teams in the cameras as we get a couple of bounty runs grabbed. LGD taking 3, Execration with just the 1 as they move themselves into the lanes proper. Latino, Shanks, your Doom and Rubik up top. What's that courier up to? They held a courier there behind their tier 1. Oh, yes.
I think not. Greetings.
You might never recover.
Oh man. Yeah, now it feels like such a good utility item having that voodoo mask. You know, here is like Necro, the Void Spirit here. All gonna feel very good grabbing it up. And I can't wait. Yeah, there's a bottle into the tread into Dagon. Down that bottom lane, Palos TA, Carlo on the snap. Against the Beastmaster and the Mirana. We've got Wild Axes level 1. Just starting the harassment early on along with the Starstorm. Quite a good bit of lane harassment here from LGD. And something that Palos has got to be very wary of. Like, immediately drops to a third of his hit points. Just trying to keep control of this wave. And it will push in towards them so they can hold it in front of their tier 1 for now.
Consider an alternative.
You shall not.
Yeah, no points in refraction. About to hit level 3, so might be able to unlock that. A little bit of protection in the lane stage for himself against this Axe and Starstorm spam. Yeah, you're right, especially as a Void Spirit who relies on you know, kind of right click or just raw damage numbers for his ulti as he astral steps on top of people. Definitely added into. Oh, Bob gets away from the remnant. Barely scrapes out of there. Nothing to say, putting a lot of pressure on here and edging out slightly in the CS as first blood comes in the bottom lane. Carlo also dropping very low. We kind of knew that was coming. The TA looking worse for wear in that bottom spot against all the spam that LGD bring. Yeah, they're going to have to really rely on hitting level 6s, having these rotations, and see how they can use those gates to get across the map quicker. In that mid lane.
The choice is made.
Carlo, close to death. Throw some axes at him. Zeal and Planet are going to drag the wave for now. Carlos trying to fend them off. Yeah, this mid lane's getting harder and harder for Bob. Now he's about a wave and a half behind. Nothing to say. He's putting a lot of pressure on this puck. And if they're able to control these runes, curious to see if we have the similar story to last patch where supports are roaming in 6 minutes in, gather up some runes, or if they've got so much to do in the side lanes, like, do you have time for it?
A prize.
Next, what is it? Take them, they last for 7 minutes, then you can disable them. Oh, Shanks getting low. They do turn with an Infernal Blade onto Why You Smile. Tino gets the kill on Phoenix, but Shanks will die in the end. That damage over time from Wraith Fire Blast and the Fiery Spirits all paying off for them.
Denied.
No.
They have vision. And Carlo finally gets that D ward, the deep vision that Planet had placed. At long last removed. Yeah, the Watcher down in that bottom right corner. No one's taken it yet. Oh, they're cooking Palos forward. Oh, that meld strike here. They get the kill. Planet has to leap away, scared of the damage output of Palos.
Radiant's top tower is
Execration
under attack.
finding something in that bottom lane. And now? Yeah, it has another leap as well.
Radiant's
That's gonna feel
middle
so
tower
bad though.
is under
Rotating as a
attack.
puck like that, feeling real sad in that Void Spirit lane. And still not getting the kill on support Mirana.
But not gone.
3.1% base magic resist off the intelligence Mirana has. Paying off big time, that little change. Look at this rotation top. It's about to hit 7 minutes. The Watcher, they wanted to take it, but Carlo gonna lose his Wisdom Rune. Nothing to say, steals the Wisdom Rune, grabs himself a bunch of experience, and kills off the Snap as well.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ooh. Nice attempt, yeah. And they've brought the Void Spirit down here as well. Nothing to say, lurking in the shadows. Gonna get caught out by a creep wave. Execration see it coming, but I don't know what they can do about it. The dive under tower. They'll land the spells under Palos, but a cookie there. Nothing to say, dives in a little too deep. Bob and Palos turn to fight. They've got a two-man coil. Voidspirit and Beastmaster in serious trouble now. A dive gone wrong as Palos is still alive. One more leap in from Planet. Oh, we can't get it!
Is under attack.
Fraction comes back up from Palos. Zeal dives on the back end, and Palos still alive nearly kills the Marana. Execration reacting beautifully.
Big jump.
Your final gasp serves as balance.
Radiant's
to the
bottom
wound.
tower is under attack.
Comes straight back down to that bottom lane. No messing around. And like you've been saying with the wisdom runes, the lack of tomes seems quite important now to give your supports a little bit of lane time again. Phoenix sitting mid, going to try and get towards level 6.
Radiant's
leaving the
bottom
Wraith King
tower
alone
is
top
under
against the
attack.
Rubik and a Doom. But it's 9 minutes in. Laning
Dire's
stage is
top
completely
tower is
breaking
under
down now.
attack.
We're going to have everyone rotating around. Tino now moves down to bottom to hold on to that tier 1 for as long as he can. And with an Arcane Boots and a Vanguard, Doom's pretty tanky. Not a hero that LGD want to particularly dive. So they swing their efforts back into mid. Why you smile? A little poke onto Bob there, and the arrow lands on Planet. Bob was distracted and nothing to say, just slays him.
This does not please me, youngling.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Yeah, quite a bit of time there. And Tino hasn't leveled up Doom just yet. Trying to hold on to this tower. Needs to kill off the catapult, though. One way or another. 3 heroes from LGD getting a lot of resources into this bottom lane, and they're going to get caught by a smoke, but the coil misses. Bob went onto that Mirana in the bottom jungle. But Planet just leaps away. And now we're going to see Nothing to Say. Like you said earlier, right? He knows coil is down, so that's a minute where Nothing to Say has complete freedom to do whatever he wants. They'll dive that bottom tower onto the Doom. Don't even need the Void Spirit. Just a roar into Starstorm, bit of Sunray damage, tier 1 claimed.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Illusion.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
It should do, yeah.
Vanish.
Love to see a couple of smokes out here from Execration. Another tool for LGD to use is this Moonlight Shadow. Gets them across the map, not getting scouted by any vision. They're angling towards mid again. I want to try and topple down these tier 1s quickly.
The prize is mine.
Honestly, quite a surprise to me that, yeah, they're pinging Shiro top right now. Wraith King has been left completely alone. He's on an island, but he's defending with max skeletons, just holding tier 1, which has taken pretty much no damage. Execration will bring 3 up top now to try and deal with him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
A prize.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, pretty sure. I love it when a new item gets added to Dota and you're just like on Wikipedia typing, how do you pronounce this this word, learning so much about historical stuff. Because like a pavis was like an old school shield used by like Genoese crossbowmen. It'd have like crossbowmen hiding behind a shield. And you know the word palisade for like a wooden wall around a fortress? There's also pavisade, where they put these shields on a boat to protect people that were old to jump in. Courier down. Coil is there, but Bob is using it to try and escape. Nice phase shift to get away from the Wraith Fire Blast, but Shiro just slices him down. Bob is having a real rough one.
Yes.
And now Arrow into Raw. Carlos, he's got no refraction for 4 seconds. The Supernova taken down by the Lord Shredder. And now the Kiss is coming on in, but they've lost the TA already. Nothing to say. Going to dissimulate away from the lava globs of Morty. And Execration. Yeah, they get a couple of kills off the back of it, but losing your TA, who is your momentum farming hero, feels really rough.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has
That's all he
fallen.
needs. And another thing here is like keeping tabs on ward spots. And right now, Dire have this high ground bit of vision, watching in their own jungle. An observer ward placed down by Execration just a little further to the left. Let's see what's going on there around the puck, and they're setting up to try and spring a trap on LGD. Radiant Sentry's down as well, so this Moonlight Shadow, it'll expire before anything really comes of it. This is all map space for LGD though. Bottom lane, Beastmaster doing Beastmaster things. Nothing changes there. Pushes down in the bottom spot. Make sure that Execration waste their time in this top area of the map. Oh, Wraith King's got his Radiance, doesn't he? Sending the courier out, relics on it. He's about to pick up the talisman. And I've got to ask, why? So we were talking about this. Why Radiance in this game when there's no illusion hero per se?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
My path leads to riches.
Yeah. That's a real rough one. They get the D-Ward that gave the safety to Bob down in the bottom lane. Execration looking to fight. This is where they are the strongest. Grouping up as 5, having these big team fights with all the royalties available, but Bob in a lot of trouble. The arrow still hits. Carlo pops the mech, trying to heal him up. LGD retreating, scattering a little bit. And a doom throw now. Chino aiming for nothing to say. Hurricane's in back, the cookie's there, but the Sunray popping him back up. The heals are good. Roar is out, and a coil is down from Bob, but the damage is lacking. Execration, they can't finish anybody off. The egg lands, and down they fall. Carlo and Palos both dropping quickly. Bob and Shanks trying to slip away from the grasp of LGD. But 5 heroes strong, they're charging forward and looking for more. Nothing to say, will find Tino. Another Wraith Fire Blast and a zap of the Dagon. That's all
Radiant's
it takes.
bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Shadows take us.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Ever further towards my own
bottom tower has fallen. Radiant are scanning.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it feels good. I've been watching a lot of Dungeons and Dragons
Dire's top tower
content and
is under
videos
attack.
recently, and one of the biggest takeaways
Radiant's
that I've
middle
learned
tower is under
recently,
attack.
and it's something that a lot of people just understand innately, but hearing it out loud was kind of interesting to me. Was when you're missing attacks, you're rolling dice to try and attack people. Missing sucks. Missing really sucks. Getting stunned sucks. Not being able to play the game sucks. So being stunned less, silenced less, being disabled less, being able to play the game more feels good. You're interacting with the game and your opponents more often. Just makes things much more lively and interesting. Yeah, I think you're right with with Sange, with Titan Sliver, all these new neutral items, as we do start to hit level 2 neutral items now with these tokens being grabbed. Do you see anything interesting? So I see triple faded brooch on one team.
Twice the measure of power.
Yeah. Oh, Bobby Bob. Deary me. He's 2-3-0, but it feels much, much worse. Hasn't really been able to find a foothold on this game. Oh, bottom of the net worth, out of all the cores, 7.8 thousand that he's got himself.
It will shut my eyes.
Daytime Roche.
Dire are scanning. Allies disappear.
Shadow has fallen to the dire.
Harm unseen.
Yeah. Still in, yeah. Carlo, clipped by the arrow down bottom. Snapfire just wanted to come out and get some vision down, but nowhere on this map is safe against LGD right now. They grab Roche. They're swinging quick back in towards mid,
Radiant's
looking for
middle
that tier
tower
1
is
take.
under attack.
Still waiting really for Execration to have a proper team fight. As they do attempt to go on top lane. The steals, the catch, nothing to say, but he's going to dissimulate and step away.
Radiant's
TP's
middle
there, the
tower is
trap
under
connects. TPing home, oh, not a success. Dead, but Aegis is there in his hands. And the second life will respawn back up and try and stand his ground and fight. Where's the rest of his team? They're not coming. Nothing to say, he's been left on an island here by his squad, and he's a little stuck now. Another astral step, though, will get him the distance he needs. Tino, he's trying. Yeah, but a better remnant stops in his tracks and cancels out the animation of that dude. And another steal for Shang's going to be that ether remnant. But while you're chasing this, nothing to say, Void Spirit, your park is dying down at bottom. Bob. Trying to high five. Oh, he looks like he might be safe. He's got Blink, he's got TP. Probably going to slip away into the trees. And there's no massive clump of trees to completely obscure yourselves in. But he finds a nice little nook to TP home anyway.
Haste.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Shadows, take us.
Another solitary down. And Bob dead again. Zapped by the Dagon. Down he goes. Bolos has the BKB up. And get the Roar down. And Shiro's still alive with his first life.
Radiant's middle
They spend
tower
a
is
few
under
ultis
attack.
there, LGD. But killing Bob and forcing the rest back. A victory in its own right. One of these situations now where Execration, they feel compelled to fight. They know that they've got this 5-man group up, take a big battle, but with the size of the map nowadays, a lot of talk has been around pushing high ground and closing out games being a little more challenging recently.
Radiant's
with the ability
top
for
tower
heroes
is
to
under attack.
go into the graveyard and go into the statue to farm and push out lanes. Is that something the Puck should be doing, or is it just such a hard game for him?
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Blessing.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Easy shot.
Radiant are scanning.
The leap upgrade. Did you see the techies clip
Dire
from
are scanning.
earlier today with the Tormentor? Five proxy mines on the Tormentor just before it spawned, and there was a full HP Timbersaw nearby. He got insta-killed by the Tormentor. That was spill
Dire's
damage.
middle tower is under attack.
Well, there's that smoke from LGD. Just a couple of supports. Position themselves in towards mid, roaming top. They've got vision over Bob, so they saw the Puck maneuvering back towards the base.
Disappear.
And I'd like to play under that vision right now. Execration on the opposite
Dire's
side of the
top
map.
tower is under attack.
One ward by that portal.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
The TA dragged back in. They do have a bit of save there from the Rubik, thankfully having a shard up. This Wraith King 303, level 17. Doesn't feel a thing. LGD still going to be very deliberate with their moves, not going to go with any brash moves up to high ground. Just a bit of a poke there. Scare Execration a little bit and force them back in the corner so they're not split pushing waves. And this is where LGD gather up their forces and go another Tino. Doom breaks high ground, but the Cookie misplaces him. Force stab, not going to help either. Shiro dominating now.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Then.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, easily. I mean, a bit of deja vu here. LGD will use that Supernova Sunray to dispatch with Carlo. Snapfire does have buyback, and they might be wanting to use it. First, though, they've got to de-ward this area. They need to remove LGD's vision, because that's what's giving them such good team fights. Double observer wards, both going to be taken out. So at last, a bit of territory here. Execration can call their own. maybe platform into a couple of these
Years
lanes.
of my delight.
Shiro is all alone top.
Generation.
Halberd, AC, Radiance, and level 3 Reincarnation. So quite a difficult kill. Once, never mind twice. Gets the stun out onto the TA and the TPs are coming. They're arriving to help out the Shiro Wraith King. Execration, they want to try and stick around. They're going to land their spells in onto him. There's not the Wraith King, but in comes Zeal trying to save him up. Shiro healed. Half HP, stands and fights. The Quadra's there, and they will kill him. Finally, the Wraith King's down. Claw snapped on the Zeal now as well. Palos and Bob going to work, getting a couple of kills. And Execration, ooh, a taste of a comeback.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top tower.
Look at these wisdom runes, 1,120 experience. Why you smile and Shanks getting the runes on opposing sides of the map. Nice little boost there for them.
Dire are scanning.
Minute 40 for next Roshan. What's that going to mean? It's going to be nighttime Rosh, which means it's Dire side. So top side Rosh coming. Bob hiding. Doesn't want to get caught here. Might give away his position with this orb. Oh, LGD don't see it. The hunting on this map's so difficult now. There's so many places that heroes could be. They're farming this camp, but they're taking lotuses. Do we grab the Watcher? What are we doing?
Radiant are scanning.
Execration going to be the ones that smoke. Long line drawn down to bot. LGD holding another high ground that's been created around one of these twin gates. Shiro wants to farm some creeps first. This is where the Hawks come into play, that added element of vision to try and scout things out. The smoke is going to break first on Tino. No LGD are around. The kiss is straight up. Tino BKB. Shiro can't land the start, and now it comes forward. Ain't nothing to say. Half HP going to burst down with an Melt Strike. The Supernova Sunray healing him, but he's doomed and dead. They take down the Supernova as well. And now Bob chasing him towards Shiro. Wraith King, first life gone, and LGD falling apart. They'll chase onto him. Shiro in trouble. Just need a bit of connection with a stun, a catch, and he's slow. The Infernal Blade is there, and Shiro's stuck. Nowhere to run. As Roshan's respawned, and Execration, the net worth lead is in their hands now.
Double damage.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant forever.
We're seeing out of his supports. Like we saw this Mirana get a Pavis, the Boots of Bearing, Aghanim Scepter, and Shard for Planet. So quite a bit of damage coming out of the Mirana. Yeah, Gonna Cape on this. Phoenix trying to get a Refresher Orb next. Aiming for big items as LGD. Maybe could have used a couple of smaller ones just to try and save this Void Spirit. Or staff to get him away from Coil.
Guess I haven't been killing enough.
Bounty killing! Shadows take us.
No catch. Into Zeal. Moonlight Shadow's there. Deal the wild axes onto Rubik. Execration really starting to feel themselves now, though. A couple of teamfight victories, rebuffing the advances of LGD. Getting out onto the map, finally placing some aggressive vision that they can start playing into. But this is the point where you're like, okay, we have Aegis, we have Cheese. Where do we want to be on the map? In the last patch, I would have said you want to be in the enemy triangle, pressing into 2 lanes, trying to cut towards tier 2s. Do you think that's the same story, or is there a more overall broader approach where you need to push every lane?
Radiant are scanning.
Is the war over already?
And who's the shard going to go onto then? Phoenix, Mirana both have it. Explorator's net worth, I assume, is like the Void Spread, actually. So it would be him or the Beastmaster, the roll for it. Smoke from LGD, so not going for the Tormentor. They've scouted it with the Boar. But they want to play forward. Nothing to say. Bring another level of Dagon delivered. As Execration, they're not quite prepped for this. The jump from LGD, Zeal tries to find one, and Carlo. First point of contact blown up immediately. They disarm the TA as well. Focusing on to Parlos, and a lot of damage from the Sunray with Wraithkey chasing in, but the flashes back up, and Doom can maybe save her. But the War connecting, Aegis down. Bob moves in with a coil, catching the Void Spirit, but they're losing so much. Execration, they were picked apart at the start of the fight. Too many spread heroes and LGD, one mass unit just swarming into them.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
They're going deep for it. Tanks
Radiant
far enough away with
structures
LGD
are
don't want to dive tier 4s just yet. Under the cliff up. Thinking about the retreat, but a stun on to Carlo here. Sets things up, but nothing to say to take him down quickly. Jumping with off. Gino joins him. Buyback comes out from Carlo now, and the Doom on the Void Spirit gives him an option to chase forward. Wild Axe is thrown out, and a coil only catching onto one. Thinking about maybe the deny or the heal, what's going on, but nothing to say. He's low HP, hiding in there. Gets himself a turnaround play with a Lotus pop, and Tino dies. Nothing to say, the double jump into the backline. Trying to get Shanks as Carlo buyback into dieback, and Execration on the doorstep of their own base. Fall apart at the seams. It's all coming undone now as Bob has to orb away back behind his tier 4s. They lose a set of barracks, but it looks like it's going to be more. Reincarnation still up for Shiro. Second lane of barracks as they move down bottom.
under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
Cheese up, still gets roared, and Palos with his BKB. You just see the limited damage without the snap, without the doom. Struggling to bring even Shiro down the once. Runs up to the way far blast with a nice little meld, and Shiro turns to the target, moves on to Shanks instead. standing, giving cover here for the rest of LGD. They're going to jump away. Very nicely done. 2 buybacks there. Rubik and the Puck both using it. Still losing 2 lanes of barracks. Execration. It's a struggle to see what you can do to fight this. Scarly Wraith King. So powerful. Yeah. So it's a neutral item token. Is there some kind of neutral item vending machine, or like, is it an arcade game? You know, a claw game? Is it one of those? You put a token in and you have a claw that tries to grab a neutral item out of a glass box. Yeah. Nothing to say, did.
Then
Void infusion.
Yeah, usually when I'm casting, I don't really touch my keyboard all that much. I just watch what the observer's watching. I start shouting. Things are good. Yeah, precisely.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
The imps, the walk imps are around.
Dire's
Yeah, I mean,
middle
the
tower
new patch
is
comes,
under
you control F'ing, you're hitting enter to look at the chat log
Radiant's
to see what's
top
going
tower
on.
is under
And
attack.
you can see the long list of items, 2 Titan Slivers, 2 of those
Radiant's
magic
top tower
damage,
is
damage
falling.
amp spells as well. Looking pretty good with the Timeless Relics.
Dire are scanning.
2.5 minutes for next Roshan. So what is it, 4 minutes 30 till night, so it's going to be
Dire's
another
courier has
daytime
been
Rosh,
killed.
which means Radiant side. So bottom right Rosh should be available in a couple of minutes. Unheard of. Yeah, I was wondering earlier, maybe he would have wanted to force that, but this Aghanim Scepter has allowed him to clear waves so freely. But Execration have to cookie the TA away from a little bit of a scrap there, alongside Shiro. And the pings start coming out now. LGD want to position themselves around Roche. The Hawk is in the area, but it will expire. And they don't want to commit themselves to another high ground push just yet. They know they've got Execration where they want them. The 16k lead is pretty solid right now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, sometimes it just sucks. Nothing to say. Cutting waves. Where's he off to? Jumps to the left. Gets away from the Radiant Vision.
Radiant
There's a couple of
are
Lotuses in
scanning.
the pool there, but he always sees a Wisdom Rune. Down on that bottom left side. Is that the statue area?
shadows take us.
That's one thing that I'm still trying to wrap my head around, is the areas on the map. But they have auras!
The prize is mine.
Huh?
Guess I haven't been killing enough.
the Greaves on top of that, you're 0 to 100 in seconds.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, Roche isn't dead. Execration are nearly here. Grab the Aegis and Execration. They are scared now. Cheese still on the floor. Aghanim Scepter there for the Wraith King, so we're going to have a nice Aghanim's upgrade with all the Wraiths floating around. So if it was difficult enough to get through that Dagon and Greaves and all the regeneration you've got from LGD, now you have to contend with the ghost forms of all these heroes. Zeal tried to Yules him before that. Jump away. Oh, I'm still going to get caught by the Remnant, though. Silenced up by the Void twice, in fact, and now the Roar comes, so Bob dies, no buyback. And LGD in a position where they're 6 versus 4, having this Aegis in hand. Yeah, they got the Hex into Arrow, catching out the Doom, the left back, trying to drag him away. Tino pops the BKB, the Greaves are up as well, but Shiro with the backing of this Sunray keeps Execration away from their tier 3 so they can start to dismantle the buildings. 65 seconds with no puck and just no way to really fight this. Launch some kisses, get some down to Matia in there. Tino makes a jump, but in comes the arrow from Planet, landing it on the Shanks. Rubik dead. Tino invis slips away to Fountain. For this third and final layer, Baron's going to unlock the Mega Creeps. And Palos dragged in by the Remnant. Don't still get the drift back. Arrow misses this time, but Tino in the wide open, getting chain disabled, stunned Hex, dead with buyback, gonna pop it to try and fight here. They lost Palos as well, and it's seemingly impossible for Execration to battle the strength of LGD right now. Even the Beastmaster is getting Dagons.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is
PSG.LGD.